Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you've never seen me before, then hi, welcome. So you might notice I'm holding tiny little mic, so cute, and that's because I'm trying to up my YouTube game, so let me know if the audio quality is better, and sorry if maybe it's weird at times. I'm trying to get used to it, so bear with me. Anyways, so today we're going to be doing a very exciting video, but also very scary, at least for me. Like, I'm nervous. I've never done this before, but I'm willing to give it a try and see how it goes. I thought it'd be fun, honestly, and I wanted to challenge myself. It's been gloomy this past week and raining and thundering, so I feel like it's the perfect time to do this video because if you haven't already read the title, I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon, but I'm going to put a little theme to it, and I'm only going to be reading thriller books for 24 hours. And also, it's October. Now, I know many people do it differently, but I thought for my first time, I would just go all in. So I'm gonna try to read for a consecutive 24 hours. I am gonna start a timer and I am gonna stop it if I eat or go to the bathroom. Basically stop it when I'm not reading. I am gonna try to pull an all-nighter. I'm just hoping I can do it. If I don't and I fall asleep, then hopefully I'll be able to stop the timer before I fall asleep and continue it tomorrow. But I am gonna try my best. And like I said, I'm only gonna be reading thriller books. So I'm gonna show you now the books that I've chosen for this 24-hour readathon. I'm gonna aim for 3 books. Like I said, this is my first time, so I don't know how it's gonna go, but my goal is 3 books. And those are Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in a Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I've been wanting to read this, but have been saving it for this exact video. So I'm very, very excited already to read this. And the other 2 books, I'm gonna be reading them on my Kindle. They're The Housemaid by Freda McFadden and Rock, Paper, Scissors by Alice Feeney. So here on my phone, I have 23 hours, 59 minutes ready to go. And the first book I'm going to be reading in this video is going to be Good Girl, Bad Blood. And we're going to be starting in 3, 2, 1. Hey guys, so thought I'd update you. Right now there's almost 21 hours left. I had to go with my dad quickly somewhere, so I paused the timer for, it had to be like less than half an hour. I got to the 100-page mark. If you haven't read the first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, then you'll probably be a little bit lost. But if you have, you know that it focuses mainly on Pip and Robbie. And in this book, she successfully released a true crime podcast about the Andy Bell case. Everyone has been asking for a season 2, but you know, since the last book, she's like, my detective days are over. I got too obsessive last time. A lot of things happened, bad things. It affected people around me. It affected me, so no more. But the day of Andy and Sal's memorial, which were the 2 people the first book was about, that day Jamie Reynolds goes missing. He's like the brother of one of Pip's close friends, and so Connor, which is Pip's close friend, goes to Pip the next day. He's like, my brother's missing, you know, he didn't come home last night. But Pip's like, you know, I can't do this again. I just can't. She does try to help him going to the police. As usual, they don't want to do anything. So she's kinda obligated to get involved. She's gonna be releasing a season 2 of her podcast, investigating about Jamie and trying to find him. So that's where I'm at. She's already talked to some people. She has some suspects, but Pip doesn't know too much yet. And like, I can't even form my own theories yet. But I'm really liking it. You know, one thing I love about these books, I mentioned this when I read the first book, but it feels like I'm solving the case with Pip. You know, I'm forming theories along with her, and I love that. Okay, camera was running out of battery, so had to charge it, but it didn't reach, so I had to move it closer to the outlet, so that's why I kind of changed positions. Anyways, I'm like giggling and kicking my feet at Pip and Robbie because they're just like the cutest ever. But Robbie especially, like, he's so boyfriend. I love him. I love him so much. And so I just love that I'm interested in the crime aspect of this book. Like, I'm really invested already in the plot of this book. You know, everything that I know will unravel throughout this book. But I just also love the romance aspect of this book because Pip and Robbie are just everything. But yeah, like I said, that's where I'm at. Pip is currently solving this mystery about Jamie, and we're just figuring out. I say we again because I feel like I'm solving it with her. Me, Pip, and Robbie. So I'll keep you guys updated. Hey guys, so I'm still here, still reading. I just wanted to say that right now I'm at page 150 and that I've been noticing that like every time Pip records something about the case, pictures have been included. And yeah, I just wanted to mention that I love that little detail because it just makes it seem more real in a way. I don't remember pictures being in the first book. It's just a minor detail, but I just love that that's included in here. So yeah. What? I knew it! Hey guys, so I finished Good Girl, Bad Blood, and the timer says I currently have 14 hours left. I don't know if that's a good thing. That means this book took me 6 hours. Now, before I talk about this book, I just wanted to say that yesterday I told you guys I wanted to try to pull an all-nighter. Obviously, I wasn't successful, but the last clip you saw of me was obviously before I took a shower and went to bed, right? And I fell asleep and I just forgot to update you guys. So I just want to give you a brief recap of what happened. So like I said, I got ready for bed and I stayed reading and I fell asleep at like 4 a.m.-ish. So I was really tired and I was like, I'm just going to continue this tomorrow. And yesterday I had paused the timer quite a bit. You know, I really tried yesterday for nothing to get in the way of this 24-hour readathon, but life gets in the way sometimes. At first, I really just wanted to do as accurate as I could a 24-hour readathon, stay up all night and really just read for consecutive 24 hours, but that isn't going to be the case anymore. I'm going to stick with the timer method. I've seen other people do it with the timer and it kind of spans a couple days, so I think I'm going to have to continue it tomorrow and hopefully I'll finish it tomorrow. But anyways, now to talk about this book. This book was, oh my gosh, so good, so freaking good. I mean, I expected it to be and I expected to love it. I'll say it again, I love Holly Jackson's writing. Since the beginning, I was invested. I never got bored, and right up until the end, you know, I was on the edge of my seat and I could not put it down. Now, I told you guys in one update that I couldn't form any theories yet, but obviously as I read the book, like when I was in the middle, I had my theories. Some were proven wrong, but then I like formed new ones and I was right. And so yeah, love the ending, but I've got to admit, the first book, the plot twist of that first one, I don't know how to explain it. They were just more shocking in a way. I felt like this book, it was still so good, but personally I like the first one better, like the ending and how everything unraveled or like what was revealed. I don't know if you get what I'm saying, but it was still so good. And Robbie, let me tell you, he's so boyfriend. I already said this, but like I love him so much. I have nothing else to say. Nothing else, just that. And Pip, we definitely got to see a different side to her. She kind of found herself fighting some things inside her and like figuring some things out about her, about who she is. I felt like I got to know her better, but I'm really excited to read the final book. Kind of sad though because it's, you know, the end of the trilogy. Anyways, I decided to give it 4.5 stars. It wasn't quite a 5-star read for me just because I don't know why, but I kind of expected more, if that makes sense. But 4.5 isn't bad at all. A book that's 4.5 to me, I still loved it so much. I'm still gonna recommend it. And yeah, I don't know which book I'm gonna start next. I don't know if The Housemaid or Rock, Paper, Scissors, but I'll let you guys know. Hey guys, so it's the next day. I actually got to the 100-page mark yesterday with Rock, Paper, Scissors, so I thought I'd also tell you guys my thoughts and what's going on. Okay, I actually stopped at page 135 to be exact. So this book is about Amelia Wright and Adam Wright. They're married, but currently it's not going so well. They're going through a rough patch. They're very distant with each other. They're not very affectionate with each other. And it has to do with a lot of things, but I think mostly it has to do with the fact that Adam is like so into his job and his career and what he does for a living that he doesn't really pay much attention to his wife. And he doesn't spend much time with her either. Anyway, so they started marriage counseling and the marriage counselor suggested that they go on a trip for a weekend. Now where they're going is like a really secluded place. days, no sign of life anywhere. And they're staying in like this chapel. I thought at first I was getting only one POV, but then actually I'm getting both Amelia and Adam's POV. But actually recently a new POV joined, and it's like this character that I don't really much know about. It kind of just appeared like, hey, I'm part of the story now, and I'm just like, I'm very confused. I don't know what to think here, but it's what's keeping me intrigued. I kind of like it that I'm confused and I don't know what's happening. Also, some weird things have been happening. It's a very eerie, scary, giving like bad vibes chapel. I don't know, but that's where I'm at. I'm gonna keep reading. I'll update you guys if I need to say anything else. Hopefully I'll see you soon.
The entire clip I had, me explaining all my thoughts about rock, paper, scissors, the day after somehow got deleted. I don't know what happened, so I'm gonna try to remember what I said and explain it to you now. Basically, I kept on being confused throughout the whole book, but like I also said in the update, I liked being confused sort of, just because it kept me intrigued and I never got bored because I wanted to know the truth about everything. Now the ending was crazy. There were so many plot twists up until the very last page. Like, I went through a roller coaster of emotions, but I liked it. However, one thing I didn't like about the ending was that it was very abrupt. Like, right when it was ending, a new POV was introduced out of nowhere and things were revealed that I didn't know were coming. I mean, I kept on being surprised, but like, I don't know, something about that just I didn't like, because I still had so many questions. I'm sure that was the purpose, but I didn't like it. But even though that bothered me, it's really not that big of a deal. And I mean, I binged the book. It was very fast-paced and I couldn't put it down. Okay, now my rating. I decided to give this book 4 stars. If it wasn't for the ending, I think I would have given it 5 stars, but it did end that way. And like I said, even though it wasn't that big of a deal, it was just like a minor thing, it still bothered me and I just couldn't give it 5 stars. But 4 stars is still very good. I definitely would recommend it and I really, really liked it. Now, I think I also said that I had started reading The Housemaid by Freida McFadden earlier that day, and I had read enough to know like the general premise of it. So basically, The Housemaid focuses on Millie. She's a recent parolee and she's looking for a job because she also recently got fired but has been having bad luck until she gets interviewed to be a live-in housemaid for this like rich family, and so she's really happy. You know, it pays well and she gets to live in this nice house. But like the first day on the job, bad things happen, weird things happen, and she soon realizes everything's not what it seems. And specifically, the woman that interviewed her, which is the wife, is not a very nice person. She's like difficult to work with, very difficult. Like, there were so many red flags, but she chose to ignore them because, again, it was a good job, good money. She needed it and she was desperate. But yeah, I think I also said like by that point I was really intrigued and I couldn't put it down. Like, I think it was pretty early on because I wasn't that far ahead in the book, but I was already so invested in the story. And yeah, I think that's all I said. Now back to the
So I also forgot to mention this, but ignore all the packing stuff behind me. That same day, my family and I were literally leaving for the airport at around like midnight because we were obviously going on a trip. And I literally had to finish the book while I was packing before we left for the airport, on the way there, and you'll see soon during my flight as well. But yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. I'm almost at the 100-page mark, but I just had to say, this woman is infuriating me. Nina, that is, the wife of the family that Millie is working for right now. And the little girl too, Cecilia, their daughter, I can't. I've got to say though, Andrew, the husband, he is so sweet. Like, he's like, oh, he really seems like the only sane person in the family. And Enzo, they call him the landscaper, so I guess that's the right term for his job position. He also seems like really sweet. But anyways, I just had to say that. I'm gonna keep reading, so. Hey guys, so it's a couple of hours later. I'm actually getting ready because we have to leave soon for the airport, but I just wanted to update you guys. Almost finished. I left off on page 219, but I have about 48 minutes left of this 24-hour readathon. But I just wanted to say something. If something I suspect is actually true, I'm gonna be so disappointed and so sad because I didn't want it to be true. So that's all I want to say. I'm gonna continue reading. Hopefully I can finish it before we leave, but I'll keep you guys updated. Guys, so it's been a couple days since I finished The Housemaid. As you saw, I literally had to finish it during my flight, but when I finished reading, it was like 1 a.m. So they turned off all the lights in the airplane, and so I wanted to film my reaction, but I couldn't. Obviously, I'm back home, and so here I am finishing this video and about to give you all my opinions and thoughts about The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I have been thinking about these characters like since I finished it. The past few days, even during my trip. They've just been stuck in my mind 24/7. Literally since the beginning, I was so invested in the story and in the characters. I had my suspicions and like my theories, and I really didn't want to be right. Like I didn't want them to be true, but it did prove to be true. I was kind of sad because it's hard to explain. But if you've read the book, please tell me you felt the same way. But I guess that's what made it a good plot twist. I didn't suspect it from the beginning, like at all. So I was still very much surprised. When the plot twist was revealed, it gave me like a whole new and different perspective to the whole book and story. Like it really just turned things around. It was a really, really good plot twist. It was like insane. Now, the ending. Oh my gosh, I loved the ending so much. It was very, very satisfying. It gave such girl boss energy. Like I had chills during some scenes towards the end of the book. I absolutely loved it. Also, the ending made me really excited for the second book because I don't think I mentioned this, but this does have a sequel. And like, it wasn't exactly a cliffhanger, but it did set it up for the second book. And so I'm definitely gonna read the second one, and I'm really, really excited too. Anyways, all that being said, I decided to give this book a 5-star rating. I mean, if it isn't obvious already. I have to say it was my favorite because it was insane. It took me by surprise, and I loved it. So I guess that means we've reached the end of this video. I actually really enjoyed this challenge, and I'm definitely gonna try it again, maybe more accurately, but I tried my best, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. And wait, before I actually end this video, I thought it'd be fun to tell you guys the total of pages I read during this 24-hour readathon. So I read 3 books in total: Good Girl, Bad Blood, Rock, Paper, Scissors, and The Housemaid. And the pages in total that I read were 1,021 pages. I mean, I don't know, for me that's an accomplishment, and I'm really proud of myself. I know I've seen people read like 5 or more books during this challenge, but considering it was my first time, I'm proud of myself. So pat in the back for me. Okay, now I can actually finish this video. Subscribe if you haven't yet, and I guess that's all I have to say. See you guys in my next video. Bye!